So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 19.
First down, Los Angeles.
Set 50, plant.
Now Gordon on first down. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Inside the red zone, and that means don't come away from there with anything less than 3 points, but everyone's thinking about 6. They're trying to get to the end zone. They decide to run a toss. Big people up front being mobile and moving, and a running back trying to follow behind them to find yardage, and that's exactly what he did.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play, and result, touchdown.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet, trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season.
Alpha. 49, guys. Mike, 49. Bring it. Ready.
On 1st and 10, Love. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
The Charger drive about to get going. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Protein spill. Fight.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down, L.A.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
He'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime. Intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hey, echo.
2nd and 11. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
This is Gordon. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Only needed 1 yard. He said, I'll get you more than that.
Yeah, yard, piece of cake, right? And if you're a defender, seeing the back of the jersey and being able to read his name, not a good thing. That means you're in chase mode. That didn't go well for them on that snap.
So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here we go, set, fair, 60 Pittsburgh. He's coming.
2nd and 6. He's going to let it go end zone for Allen. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Set, ready, 10 logo.
He'll drop to throw. Right back for Allen. This time he finds him complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 31-yard line.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
50's the mark. 50's the mark.
They'll set up a throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ken Crowley. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished up.
And it's intercepted in the end zone. Read it well, and it's picked.
Touchdown. We got to roll. Just keep it rolling, baby. Keep it rolling.
So now the Chargers are going to bring the offense back out to go for 2 here. They're going to give it to Gordon. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Uchenna Nwosu got the sack there.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
52's the mic, boys. 52. I smell.
Back to throw. Love. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, that's how you convert on 3rd down with an explosive gain of 34. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, Love. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Trevor Williams with a pick. And some room to roam now. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Do you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. Back to throw here. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. From 19 yards away. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it is 28-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And nothing but daylight ahead. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. That a 92-yard kick return. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
This is fielded at the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go. 30 base. Bound to lose one. Yo, go! Hey, lock it! Hey, exit! Hey, now!
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's airing it out for Whip. And got his man complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Gordon. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. We're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. He's got Allen. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 16.
Ready. Hey, Sam on. You better bring it. Yo, cheetah. Fight.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. He was looking for Travis Benjamin that time. And it's 2nd down.
Ready. 18 Gator. Heavy on the edges. Under 10. Under 8. 12 hoops.
2nd and 10. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack. They'll look to throw here. He completes it to Henry. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. Badgley able to knock this one through, and that will extend the lead out to 24. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After the made field goal, Badgley back out there for the kickoff. This one taken just inside the 10. And not a good return here. He is brought down at the 7-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. And a productive gain out to the 14 after starting at the 7. It's a gain of 7. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. And oh, catch.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. Throwing on first down. Love. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball.
Scene 6.
Give me that ball, defense.
Start Mike 42, Mike 42.
Blue down, blue down.
Mike 42, Mike 6. Here we go, here we go. Mike's 42, Mike's 42.
2nd and 5. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Derwin James with a pick.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Set, ready? 60 Pittsburgh. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
Kill, kill, kill.
80 weapons. Twist, watch, twist, watch, twist. Go. Get it.
They'll run on first down. Gordon. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Here's a 2nd and 7. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Pick the edge, pick the edge. Hey, Delta.
They'll set up to throw. That is caught at the 7. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. Now running the jet sweep with Benjamin. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
It's now 4th and goal.
So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Badgley able to punch this one through. And that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
He's going to, and now here is another interception. Derwin James with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Second and 10 at the 13-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. Some strong running at the 20. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors,